255 yards. How did you do that? What made the defense successful this past Saturday?
Number one, we put a lot of effort into walkthroughs. As much as we were practicing, running and chasing the football, we put every bit as much mental effort into the week. Over the years, I've had a lot of competition against option teams, and maybe the years that we did the best were the years that we just sort of took the pads off and just fit up our gaps and did a great job of putting our eyes where they belong. And when the guys understood what they had to do, and when to transition their eyes from one progression to the next, then they'll give you every bit of effort that you could ever ask for. And I think my hats off to the assistant coaches that helped put that game plan together. I think every level of the defense did well in that ball game, and that goes back to their position coaches. So it's an easy ball game to call when everybody knows what to do, how to do it, and is doing it at a rate of speed that our guys used in that ball game.
It seemed like the Air Force quarterback, Zach Larrier, 9 of 22, 2 interceptions, was uncomfortable the whole game. He seemed to be overthrowing receivers, missing opportunities. How much do you feel like that was just putting pressure on him throughout the game?
And just looking back at the film, if Larrier was comfortable in the pocket, then it was going to be a tough day for us. So we had a few more guys know when to add on as far as trying to get pressure, and they got there in the nick of time. I think either it made him throw the football a little bit earlier than what he wanted to, or just the timing wasn't quite right with the receivers and the quarterback. And I think he's a heck of a quarterback. 70% completion rate, before over the course of the season. And I don't think one game makes or breaks you, but we did have a lot of respect for their offense and the quarterback in particular, and the guys just knew that they had to get after it, and they did a nice job of getting pressure on him. And that helped us through some tough times, from a coverage standpoint. Other times, I thought the coverage was outstanding, when the pressure didn't quite get there.
Yeah, it seemed to be so important that you were able to stop the first Air Force drive on 4th and 1 at their 34-yard line. Leo Lowen and Kyle Forger got to make the play there. And then the next drive, you force a fumble again by Leo Lowen, and then the third drive, you force a fumble. Brent Farina picked that one up. How is it you were able to have such a successful first quarter and really stop the Air Force offense, give Army's offense a chance to get ahead?
It was really good to get out to a early start. The fourth down, we talked often during the course of the week that there was going to be some third down and shorts, and fourth down plays that whoever won those plays would probably win the ball game. And the other thing that we discussed a little bit was just the momentum of the ball game. If you go back to maybe some of our losses, we really had the momentum going our way. And you can look back at the Boston College game where we got an interception return in that ball game, for good field position, and then late in the ball game we got a fourth down stop against those guys, but we weren't able to sustain that momentum. And that was one of the key focuses of this last ball game, was just keep playing, keep taking care of business, each drive, so that the momentum doesn't switch on us. And the guys just did a tremendous job. So how do we get the momentum going in our favor? Some guys beat some blocks and made some plays, and continue to do so throughout the whole game.
Well, Saturday you got a good Holy Cross team coming in with a big time offense, a quarterback that can run the ball, throw the ball, big receiver, running back at 1,000 yards. What do you see in the Holy Cross offense that's helping to make them like a 40-point a game team?
They're well coached. They're very well coached. They've done a great job recruiting. They have a senior dominated offense that especially up front, when you have experience up front and you got good size, that that gets an offense going. That gives you flexibility in what you do, and they're balanced as far as being able to run or throw the football on any down. They've got guys that may be in the NFL one day, at multiple positions on offense, whether it's the quarterback position or offensive line or receiver. So when you have weapons like that and you have an awful lot of experience, then you've got a chance to be really good, and they are. And again, I go back and especially they're very well coached. So this will be a very competitive ball game for us. We're looking forward to the challenge. It's a different one than we faced against Air Force as far as the selection of plays, but still same thing goes. You got to prepare the same way for the ball game. Your assignment, and then you got to do a great job of finishing. And if we can finish those plays against Holy Cross, I feel like we can do it against anybody. So great opportunity for us to continue to build and get better defensively.
Sal,
Sal, you still there?
Yeah, hi coach. How are you?
Hey Sal, I'm doing good.
Hey, have you had the defense force 6 turnovers in a game before or no?
Not lately, but a couple of times. I think we got seven takeaways a few years ago, or a lot of years ago. And then I think when I played one game, we had seven takeaways, and I think we needed every one of them. So often we talk about, or we go through periods in practice where you can't make tackles. You just have to get the turnover. You got to try to punch the ball out or chop the ball out, and that's hard to do. But the guys did a nice job this last ball game of finishing and finishing with the proper leverage, great pad level, and outstanding eyes as far as their target.
It seemed like you got contributions throughout the defense. Saw that Andre Miller recovered a fumble. I mean, him coming back after the Syracuse, what happened at Syracuse. What can you say about him just getting involved in the play and that it seemed like it was pretty special.
Yeah, it gets choked up a little bit when I think back to that moment at Syracuse when he went down. You don't want to see something like that ever in football or anything else. And when we got news that he was going to be okay, it was it was so it's like nothing you can describe. It's just it's a tremendous feeling that that one of your kids is going to be all right, and then to see him come all the way back and play this year and get into a ball game and have great production and finish a play like he did, it just takes your breath away. And I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for his teammates, as well, because he's giving back to them because they felt the same way. When he went down, it took something out of those guys. So it's a tremendous feeling when you see one of your brothers come back and play the game and play it at a high level.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Sure.